What's going on, y'all? It's TKJ. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you for stopping by, man. Today I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the Washington Wizards. It's part of my series where I'm rebuilding every single lottery team in order. The goal here is to win a championship within the first 3 seasons. If I can't do it during that time, then the video won't end until eventually I do. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. We just hit 2,000 subs on the channel, so if you could hit that button, I'd really appreciate it. But anyways, man, without any further ado, it's time to get into this video.
Let's get it.
So I gotta give credit where it's due, man. The Wizards finally hit the reset button after years of being mediocre. They traded away Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, even Chris Paul. And while they might not have gotten back as much as they wanted in return, it's still a blank canvas here in DC, so this is super exciting. I'm really looking forward to this video. But anyways, we're skipping the rest of free agency since most of the top players are off the board at this point. Now we're here at player progression, where Jordan Poole stays put at an 84. Kyle Kuzma went up 1 to an 84. Tyus Jones stays put at an 80. Daniel Gafford up 2 to a 79. Then we got Deni Avdija up 3 to a 79, which is nice. Corey Kispert up 2 to a 79. A lot of 79 overall, guys. DeLon Wright up 1 to a 78. Danilo Gallinari down 2 to a 76. He's 34 years old, so that's totally fine. But yeah, then we got a couple plus ones, minus ones, nothing too crazy here. Like I said, it's a blank canvas. This team needs a lot of work, but that's what I'm here for, man. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go to season 1, where I'll give you guys my rotation breakdown, 3-year game plan, all that fun stuff. Let's get into it. All right, man, so the one we got Tyus Jones, who came over from that 3-team trade with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Boston Celtics. I'm a pretty big fan of him. You know, he was one of the better backup guards in the league last season. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and also shot 37% from deep. His biggest strength is definitely his decision making with the ball. You know, the assist to turnover ratio has always been really good for him. I'm not expecting him to turn into like an all-star player or anything like that. I mean, he is already 27 years old, so especially in 2K, I can't imagine him progressing much more. Maybe like an 82, 83 tops. But in terms of his fit with the Wizards, I actually really like it, because he's just going to be a good facilitator, man. We got a lot of younger guys who I do want to get the ball to. I want to see what they can do, and I think Tyus Jones will do a good job with just moving the ball around, you know, facilitating the offense, that kind of stuff. Now he is on an expiring contract, so we'll see how much money he wants next offseason. I would love to bring him back, hopefully for something around what he's currently making, like about 14 M's, you know, the low to mid-teens, something like that, but we'll see what he wants. Anyways, at the 2 we got Jordan Poole, and as a Warriors fan myself, this one hurts, man. This one definitely hurts. I realized Jordan Poole wasn't the best player in the playoffs last year. In fact, he was pretty much unplayable at times. Then there's the whole thing with Draymond, you know, obviously that's well documented. But if you're the Washington Wizards, I mean, why not buy low on a guy who still has a good amount of potential? I mean, last season, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, shot 33% from deep, but I think we can all agree he definitely can knock those things down. I think it's a low risk, high reward type of trade, especially when you consider what they gave up, which was just Chris Paul. In return, they got Jordan Poole, Patrick Walton Jr., Ryan Rollins, a 2027 second round pick, and a 2030 first round pick that is top 20 protected to go along with cash considerations as well. Now, granted, Jordan Poole is making a lot of money. You know, his contract just kicked in this year, 28.71 M's, and then all the way up to 35.29 in 2026. But still, if you're the Wizards, you're tearing things down, you're gonna have money to spend. You might as well take a flyer on Jordan Poole, see what he can do in a lead role. I definitely like the trade for the Wizards, but for my Warriors, man, like I said, that one definitely hurt. Anyways, that's enough talking about my my pain and suffering. Let's go to the 3 spot now, where we got Kyle Kuzma. Just got paid this offseason, 4 years, $90 million. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think he would resign with the Wizards. You know, he seems like a big market guy. I could have seen him go into like the Lakers for a pay cut. But hey, I'm glad we got him back. He's obviously gonna have a bigger role now. Hopefully he can build off of last season, which was a career year for him. You know, 21 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. We round up around here. He is 28 years old, so I'm not sure how much he's gonna progress. If I had to guess, it'd be like 85, 86, something like that, which is still pretty solid. Either way though, he's gonna be one of our go-to guys alongside Jordan Poole, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles that. At a 4 we got Deni Avdija, who was the 9th overall pick in 2020, 22 years old. He's looked pretty solid in his first 3 years, you know, nothing too crazy last season. 9 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Not much of a 3-point shooter, which is a bit of a disappointment, but he is a good defender. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. Is it going to be our power forward of the future? I'm not too sure. I got to see what the progression looks like. But with Kristaps now gone, best believe he's going to get every opportunity to thrive. Hopefully he'll make the most of it. At the 5 we got Daniel Gafford, who also now has an expanded role. He's shown flashes throughout his career, especially since coming to DC after beginning his career with the Bulls. You know, he's a nice rim protector, averaged 1.3 blocks last season, per 36 is 2.2, and he's also an efficient scorer. Now granted, it's all from down low. You know, he doesn't do any sort of 3-point shooting, but hey, 73% shooting from the floor. I don't care where you're shooting it from, that is very impressive, so that definitely is a strength of his. I'm not sure if he's going to be our center of the future. He probably will cap out at like 82, 83 overall, something like that, but if anything, he can be a nice backup center, man. I mean, he's on a really good contract. You know, it's going to be in the low teens for the next 3 seasons, so either way, I think I will keep him around, even if he doesn't become like one of the guys for us, you know. Taking a look at the bench now, we got Corey Kispert, who was the 15th overall pick in 2021. He's an older guy though, 24 years old, spent all 4 seasons at Gonzaga, and he's pretty much just who we expected him to be, you know, a good 3-point shooter. shot 42% from deep last season. That's really nice. I don't really see him cracking our starting lineup at any point if I'm being honest with you, but every team needs players that can knock down the 3 ball, so if he can do that and also not ask for too much money in free agency, then we probably will end up keeping him around. We also got Bilal Coulibaly, who was the 7th overall pick in this past year's draft. He definitely is a project player, he's got to work on his 3-point shot, but he's a good defender, he's got good size and length, and he's also pretty good at getting downhill, finishing around the rim. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest believer in him, but like I see why the Wizards made that pick. If you're gonna start your rebuild process, you might as well just take a swing on someone with a lot of upside, even if it doesn't work out. But for the sake of this video, I definitely am hoping that it will, because we got a lot of young guys on this team who I think are just gonna be solid. Outside of Jordan Poole, I don't see too many to have that like franchise player type of potential, and even with Poole, that's a bit of a stretch. But yeah, Coulibaly definitely has a lot of potential, man. Hopefully he can tap into that. That will make this video a lot easier for me. Then we got an older guy off the bench, DeLon Wright, 31 years old, just a really solid backup guard. Last season he averaged 7 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and shot about league average from deep, 35%, which we'll take. Now he is on an expiring deal, so maybe I'll move on from him. I'm sure there would be a few contending teams who would like to just get a veteran guard off the bench. So I'm gonna look around, see what kind of offers I can get. I mean, I would be happy with like 2 or 3 second-round picks, something like that. But if I can't find a good deal, I'm not gonna force it, because it's always good to have some veteran guards in the rotation. So if I gotta keep them, that's totally fine. But anyways, we also got a young guard off the bench, Johnny Davis, 10th overall pick in 2022, and he's already being called one of the biggest busts in recent memory, which is not a good sign. I mean, it's not hard to see why. He's not super athletic, he's not super fast, he's not a great shooter, he's also not a great defender. I don't want to just sound like I'm trying to pile it on, bro, but clearly he has a lot he needs to work on. The good news is he is 21 years old, he's still got a lot of time. But yeah, for keeping things realistic, I'm definitely not expecting a whole lot out of Johnny Davis. Best case scenario, he becomes a nice backup guard for us. Worst case scenario, we don't bring him back after his rookie contract. And then the last guy in our 10-man rotation is Danilo Gallinari. Now he is 35 years old. Ignore the stats here, he actually missed all of last season with a torn left ACL. He is on an expiring deal, and normally I would try to trade him away, but I mean, he obviously has like no value right now, because again, he's 35 years old and he didn't play last season. So I think the game plan is just to give him some PT at the beginning of the year, just to boost his value a little bit, and then once you get to the trade deadline, I'll probably move on from him then. I think that's the best thing we can do. Let's breeze past the guys outside the rotation here. We got Landry Shamet, who was a part of that trade with the Phoenix Suns for Bradley Beal. He's pretty much on an expiring contract, so maybe some teams will be looking to trade for him. I'd imagine he has the same value as like DeLon Wright, about 2 or 3 second-round picks. If I can find an offer like that, I'll definitely take it. Another guy who might get traded pretty soon here is Mike Muscala, also on an expiring deal. I know he's a 74 overall here in 2K, but I think he's actually a pretty underrated center. He's definitely serviceable as like a backup 5, especially because he can space the floor. Shot 39% from deep last season. There definitely is some value in that. Now, how much value? I'm not too sure. Probably like 1 second-round pick. If I can get that, I'll probably be happy with it. Then we got Patrick Baldwin Jr., who might be a little sneaky throw-in from that trade with the Golden State Warriors. He was a 5-star prospect coming out of high school, didn't play too well in his lone season at Wisconsin-Milwaukee. He was also dealing with a nagging ankle injury, so that's why he fell down to pick number 28 in the 2022 draft. But I mean, he's only 20 years old. He definitely still has potential. He's a 6'9" small forward / power forward with a pretty good shot release. I mean, the guy shot 38% from deep last season. Even if it wasn't a small sample size, that's pretty impressive. So if he wants to get any PT, he's gonna have to get to like that 76, 77 range. If he can't do that, then he won't get any minutes for us. It's really that simple. Then we got Anthony Gill, who is 31 years old, undrafted guy, and he's only a 72 overall. It's not like he's gonna progress anymore, so there's not really much to say here, no disrespect. And then finally we got Ryan Rollins, who is 21 years old, 2nd-round pick in 2022. He's another guy who might be a sneaky little throw-in from that Chris Paul trade. If he can't get up to like a late 70 overall range, then he won't be a part of our future plans. But anyway, speaking of future plans, let's go and take a look at our 3-year game plan, starting off with season 1, where it's pretty simple, man. The goal is just to sell and tank. Guys like DeLon Wright, Danilo Gallinari, Landry Shamet, Mike Muscala, all of them will be on the move if I can find the right trade offer. And hopefully we'll be bad enough this season to get a really nice draft pick, because like I said earlier, we do have a good amount of young guys on this team, but we don't have a lot with like franchise player type potential, which we obviously do need. So the best way to get that is probably going to be from the draft. Hopefully we can get lucky in the lottery. For season 2, I just want to buy low on young talent, pretty much like what the Wizards already did with Jordan Poole. I'm trying to find guys around the league who have potential, but might just need a change in scenery. I'm going to try to bring them onto the team and give them every opportunity to thrive. Hopefully we can find like a few diamonds in the rough. And then by season 3, I just want to establish my young core. Normally season 3 is where I want to make some moves to win right now, but honestly, bro, I think this team needs a lot of work. This is probably going to be a longer rebuild, like 4 or 5 seasons if I had to guess. So get comfortable, get some snacks, man. This might be a longer video, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Let's go ahead and send to the trade deadline and maybe make a move or two. Alright, man, so we're here at the trade deadline, and no surprise, we are very bad. We're 18-38, which is the worst record in the Eastern Conference. Actually not the worst in the league though, because the San Antonio Spurs 15-41, despite having Victor Wembanyama, which is really surprising. But anyways, I want to make a few trades here. I'm trying to send Danilo Gallinari to the Dallas Mavericks for JaVale McGee and 2 second-round picks. The Mavs don't have a backup power forward. I think Gallinari will be nice there, and I'm pretty sure they'll also be willing to move on from JaVale McGee, who hasn't really worked out there. There's been some reports in real life that they're trying to trade him anyways. He does have a player option for next season. That's a little bit unfortunate, but he usually retires after the first season in 2K. Even if he doesn't, I mean, we're going to have money to spend, so it's whatever. I just want those 2 second-round picks. You know, we might get a steal in the draft, or we could use them in a future trade. So let's see if they will say yes to this deal here. They're saying no. I'm willing to take off one of these here. Yeah, this still looks pretty good to me. Again, it's better than nothing, you know what I mean? So let's see if they will say yes to this, and they will. There we go. But yeah, man, now that we got that done, let's get back to simming here. Alright, man, so we went 29-53, not very good, but again, that was the plan for year one. With Gallinari as his mentor, Luka got MVP. You're welcome, Dallas. Let's take a look at the rest of this here. Did we have anything else that concerns us? Yeah, I didn't think so. But anyways, what about the All-NBA teams? Let's go ahead and take a look at this here. As I'm just hoping something for Koulibaly would be nice. There we go. All rookie first thing, we definitely will take that. And yeah, that's it for us. So we had the worst record in the Eastern Conference, tied for the second worst record in the league. The San Antonio Spurs, man, 23-59. That's still pretty crazy. But anyways, let's take a look at the stats now. Jordan Poole, 20 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. And how did he shoot from deep? 39%. We definitely will take that because he was below league average last season. So that's nice. Kyle Kuzma, 31%. A bit tough. Tyus Jones, 42%. Okay. Even Corey Kispert, 40%. And what about Bilal Koulibaly? Where's he at? Let's go ahead and see 30%. Yikes. Okay. Anyways, let's take a look at the rest of the stats here. Kyle Kuzma, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Tyus Jones, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal. Daniel Gafford, a nice little 12 and 9. To go along with 2 blocks as well. That's nice. Deni Avdija, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Yeah, and then Koulibaly as a rookie, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, or I'm sorry, 2 assists to round up around here, and also 1 steal. But anyways, make sure to pause it if you want to take a look at the rest of these stats. Let's move on to the playoffs, which does not involve us. So we are just going to sim this entire thing here. All that I care about is this upcoming lottery, where hopefully we can get a top pick, man. Like I said, we are going to need to find like a franchise type player via the draft. If we can't do that, then this could be a very long video. But anyways, the Suns won it all. Don't see that too often in 2K Sim, even though you would think you would, right? But anyways, Kevin Durant, Finals MVP. Shout out to him. Now it's time for the moment of truth, man. What pick are we going to get in the draft? As it says, our pick is going to the Grizzlies. Yeah, ignore that. That definitely is wrong. But anyways, let's go ahead and just rip the band-aid off. Are we going to get the top pick? Yes, we are. Let's go. That is what you love to see, man. It's been a while since I got in the top pick, but man, did we need this. Let's go to the draft and pick our new franchise player. All right, man, so we're here on draft night, and I actually have something that I want to do here. Just let me cook for a second. Trust me. I'm trying to trade down for the #1 overall pick, which I know sounds very crazy, but just hear me out for a second. The top prospect available is Ron Holland, a small forward / power forward. We really don't need that because we already got Kyle Kuzma. We got Bilal Koulibaly. We got Deni Avdija. We got a lot of wings, man. But I think what I really want is a starting shooting guard. I would love to move Jordan Poole to the 1, have Tyus Jones be our backup point guard. That's a role that I think he's better suited for. And if we are going to have Jordan Poole at the 1, obviously we need a shooting guard who can defend really well to pick up the slack. To me, that guy is Justin Edwards. He's a really good defending shooting guard, and he's projected to go anywhere from like 2nd or 4th overall. So I'm fine with doing this trade here with the OKC Thunder. We would drop down to the 2nd pick. They get the 1st overall pick. They can get Ron Holland, who I think would be that perfect fit for them. I mean, they need a small forward of the future. And I would also get a 2025 first round pick. It makes sense for the Thunder to give that up because they already have so many draft picks. They're not going to have enough roster spots, so they need to get rid of some of them. I think this trade makes perfect sense for both teams, man. Now, I know it is weird trading down from the 1st overall pick, but like we've seen that before. You know, the Boston Celtics did that a few years back. Trading down so Philly could get Markelle Fultz. The Celtics ended up getting Jason Tatum. I mean, it worked out pretty well for him. So I think I am happy with this trade, man. Let's go and see if they will say yes to it. They're saying no. They want 2 second-round picks. They'll give us Kenrich Williams. Just keep Kenrich, man. I think he's going to be with OKC until he retires. I'm trying to keep it realistic. These second-round picks mean nothing to me. It's just for 2K purposes, even though I wouldn't have to give them up in real life. But sure, let's go ahead and do this trade here. And there we go. Done deal. So now we got the 1st overall pick, which I'm expecting will be Ron Holland. And there we go. That makes sense. And now it's our turn, man. And like I said, the guy who I want is none other than Justin Edwards. I think he would be the absolute perfect fit for us at the 2 spot. Taking a look at his ceiling here, he's got Dwayne Wade Hall of Fame ceiling. We definitely will take that. So yeah, this is a no-brainer to me, a home run pick if you ask me. Justin Edwards, welcome to the Wizards. And you know what? I'm not done making trades yet. I got one more that I want to do here. I'm trying to send 2 second-round picks to the New Orleans Pelicans for the 27th overall pick in the draft. It's their 3rd pick and their lowest one, so I don't think they need all those guys on the roster. You see it all the time when teams know they're not going to have enough roster space. They tend to just trade away these late 1st-round picks for some future seconds. So that's what I'm trying to do here, man. Let's go and see if they will say yes to this. They're saying no, that's fine. I will give you guys one more second-round pick here. Will they say yes to this? And they will. Let's get it. The Wizards are back in the draft. So pick number 27, I think I want to go with Babacar Miller. He's the best prospect available, another shooting guard / small forward. That's totally fine. Let's make this pick. Babacar Miller, welcome to the Wizards. So I got to bring back a few guys in free agency. The first one is Tyus Jones, who is going to be our backup point guard now. So 14.5 M's, 3 years. This sounds pretty good to me, and it sounds good to him too. Cool. And it's nothing too crazy, but we need a backup center. Drew Eubanks will be pretty solid. 3.5 M's, 1 year. Will he say yes to this? And he will. Cool. So now we're here play progression where Jordan Poole is up 2 to an 86. It actually says 87 in the top right corner, so that's really good to see. Kyle Kuzma up 1 to an 85. Tyus Jones up 2 to an 82. Denny Avdia up 3 to an 82. Corey Kispert up 2 to an 81. Daniel Gafford up 1 to an 80. And Bilal Coulibaly, man, up 4 to a 79. And it says 80 in the top right corner. That is what we love to see. Then we got Johnny Davis up 3 to a 76. Okay. Patrick Baldwin Jr. up 2 to a 75. And Babacar Miller up 3 to a 73. That's just because I made him a small forward. Because that's the position I think he will play for us. Anyways, we also got Ryan Rollins up 2 to a 71, and that's going to do it. Nothing McGrew and arrows, man. The guys are trending in the right direction. Let's go to season 2 now, where maybe we can make the plan. I'm not too sure, but let's get into it. So taking a look at the team for year 2, we got Jordan Poole and Justin Edwards. That's now our starting backcourt. I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be a good pairing. Then we got Kyle Kuzma, Denny Avdia, and Daniel Gafford. That's the starting 5. Out the bench, we got Bilal Coulibaly, Tyus Jones, Corey Kispert, Johnny Davis, and Drew Eubanks. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like where we're at right now, so I don't think I want to make any trades. Let's just sim this second season and see how it plays out. Imansu went 37-45 this season, which I believe was 8 games better than last year. Not too bad. I mean, that's definitely a step in the right direction. Luka Doncic's MVP. Let's take a look at the rest of this year. Do we have anything that concerns us? I thought that said Babacar Miller for a second, but no, it is Brandon Miller. Anyways, I can't imagine we got anything here. Yeah, no, we didn't. But what about the All-NBA teams? Anything here? I'm guessing for like Justin Edwards, right? Actually, there he is. All defensive second team is pretty crazy. As a rookie, man, shout out to him. And he actually didn't get all rookie first team though, which is interesting. He got all rookie second team, which I guess I'll take. So it looks like we were 2 games away from the play-in spot, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice to get some postseason experience, but still, we're going to get a decent pick. So I guess that's good. Let's take a look at the stats now. Jordan Poole led the way, 22 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. And how to shoot from deep, 38%. That's nice. Kyle Kuzma really struggling, bro. 31% is tough. But Justin Edwards, 39%. Bro, how is this not all rookie first team numbers? 15 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, shot 39% from deep, and made all NBA second team. Come on, bro. He got robbed. I'm not going to lie. But anyways, let's take a look at the rest of these shooting stats. Corey Kispert still doing his thing. Tyus Jones as well. And yeah, that's a look at things. Bilal Coulibaly, 27%. Yikes. Anyways, let's take a look at his stats actually. 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Is he going to start over Denny Avdia at this point? He might, man. His per 36 looks better. I'm not going to lie. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block compared to Avdia. Yeah, Avdia is the better 3-point shooter, but outside of that, I think Coulibaly might be starting pretty soon. Anyways, make sure to pause it if you want to take a look at the rest of these stats, but let's get into these playoffs, which do not concern us once again. So we're going to send this entire thing here, and hopefully we get a good lottery pick. I mean, we got the first overall pick last year. I'm hoping we still got a little bit of luck left in us, as it's going to be the Cavs and the Jazz. Who's going to win it all? It is the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by Darius Garland, Finals MVP. Shout out to him. Can we repeat our luck, man? Let's go ahead and find out, as we have the 7th best odds from the Clippers, right? So that is that Thunder pick that we got in that trade down to the 2nd overall pick last year. That one's actually a pick swap with the Clippers, who apparently were very bad last season. So we got 2 lottery picks, boys. That's actually really nice. I know trading that was a bit of a controversy, but I mean, it looks like it's working out pretty well. Let's go ahead and just see what picks we get exactly, as we are going to get pick number 10 and pick 13. So we actually fell down for both of them. That's a little bit tough, but still, it's 2 lottery picks. We will take that. Let's go to draft night and see what we can do. So I'm not going to lie, man. The main thing I want is a center, but it looks like there is not even a somewhat decent one available. I guess Jalen Lewis, who has the all-star potential. Kristaps Porzingis, been there, done that. I think I'm just going to go with the best guy on the board, and that is VJ Miller. I realize we drafted 2 shooting guards / small forwards last year, but you never know. By the time VJ Miller is really good, which is probably going to be in like 2 to 3 seasons, maybe we'll be moving on from Kyle Kuzma at that point, who will be in his 30s, possibly regressing. Let's just go with the best talent available, man. VJ Miller definitely is that Michael Jordan Hall of Fame. I didn't even see that. But yeah, no, now we definitely have to do that. Let's make that pick. VJ Miller, welcome to the Wizards. And with pick 13, I actually am going to go with a center here. Even if he doesn't end up being anything crazy for us, I mean, we still got to get someone, because at this point, that's the biggest hole I'm trying to fill in terms of like our future. I see John Bull here available, and they're saying he could be DeMarcus Cousins all-star ceiling. That's good enough for me, man. Let's make that pick. So we got to bring back a few guys in free agency. Denny Avdia, 13.25, 4 years. That actually sounds like a steal to me. and it looks like you'll take it. Cool. I'm also going to bring back Drew Eubanks, another $3.25 million deal, just 1 year. I think at some point this season I might make a trade for our center of the future, but for right now Eubanks is a decent backup option. Let's see if he will say yes to this, and he will. Cool. It looks like the Rockets want to offer Corey Kispert a deal, 3 years, 38.75 M's. That's not too bad of a contract. We'll definitely match that. Let's take a look at player progression now. Jordan Poole up 1 to an 87. Kyle Kuzma staying put at an 85. Justin Edwards, bro, up 6 to an 84 is insane. They said this man wasn't all rookie first team and he took it personally this offseason. That's some crazy progression, man. I'm super excited about that. I think he is going to be our franchise player. I'm pretty confident in that. But anyways, Deni Avdija up 1 to an 83. Bilal Coulibaly up 3 to an 82. And it even says 83 in the top right corner. So maybe it's time for him to start over Deni Avdija. I'm not too sure. We'll see what happens. Then we got Tyus Jones staying put at an 82. Daniel Gafford up 1 to an 81. Corey Kispert staying put. That's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. Johnny Davis up 3 to a 79. That's actually really nice. Patrick Walton Jr. up 2 to a 77. I mean, eventually he's going to get some PT, man. There's no way around it. And Babacar Miller up 2 to a 75. Actually sent him to the G League off camera last season. That's why he says he's annoyed. They really need to fix that for 2K24, man. Going to the G League is not a bad thing, especially if you're a late first round pick, a project player. I don't know why they always end up being like annoyed or frustrated or whatever. But anyways, I'm definitely not frustrated. I am super excited about this offseason. I think we did good in the draft. We got a lot of player progression. Let's go to season 3 where it's time to finally make the playoffs. We should definitely be able to do that this time. So taking a look at the team for year 3, we got Jordan Poole, Justin Edwards, Kyle Kuzma. Bilal Coulibaly is now going to get the start. I think he's earned it. Let's see if he can take advantage. Then we got Daniel Gafford at the 5, rounding out our starting lineup. I'm not going to lie, man. He might not be our starter for much longer. The plan right now is to send him to the trade deadline. If we're looking pretty good, then I might make a move to get a better starting center. We'll see how that plays out. But anyways, we also got Deni Avdija off the bench. We got Tyus Jones, Corey Kispert, Johnny Davis, and Drew Eubanks. I'm feeling pretty good about this year, man. Like I said, let's send him to the trade deadline and see if we end up being buyers this time. So we're here at the trade deadline and things are going really well. 34-21. 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. That's pretty insane. That's definitely the reassurance I needed to see. Let's go to make a move now where we're going to buy a little and try to get more competitive. Let's see what we can find. So here's what I'm trying to pull off, man. I want to send Deni Avdija, Babacar Miller, and a 2027 first round pick that is unprotected to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Jarrett Allen. Obviously in real life this past season, we saw what happened with the Cavs in the playoffs, losing in the first round in 5 games to the New York Knicks. That definitely was a surprise and a disappointment. And one of the guys who was scrutinized the most was Jarrett Allen. I think he's a good player, a good rim protector especially, but when it comes to his fit with the Cavaliers, I don't love it. I think Evan Mobley would be perfect at the 5 spot, just as a really versatile center, someone who can even come out to the 3-point line and provide a lot of help defense. Obviously, if they make that move, they won't need Jarrett Allen anymore, and what they will need is a power forward. Deni Avdija to me would be a really nice fit, man, because he can, 1, defend really well, that obviously fits the identity they have in Cleveland, and he can also knock down a 3-ball. I mean, this season he's averaging 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and shooting 36% from deep, and he also just signed on a good contract, which is nice. Jarrett Allen is on an expiring deal, $20 million. He might ask for even more in free agency, so that's another reason why the Cavs might trade him. Then I'll give him Babacar Miller, an oversized wing, 6'11", 22 years old. Didn't play for us last season, but maybe there's something there. And then I'll also give him a first round pick. Like, I think that is a lot for Jarrett Allen, but for us, he would be our center of the future. He still fits our timeline well enough, 27 years old. That's totally fine. I think this trade makes a lot of sense for both teams, man. Let's go to see if they will say yes to this, and they will. Jarrett Allen, welcome to the Wizards. And I already liked our team, but now I really like our team. Jordan Poole, Justin Edwards, Kyle Kuzma, Bilal Coulibaly, and Jarrett Allen as our starting 5. That looks really nice, man. Off the bench, we got Corey Kispert still. We got Tyus Jones, Daniel Gafford, Johnny Davis, and Patrick Walton Jr. now getting some PT, which is also nice. I've been trying to find a way to get him on the court. We also got Drew Eubanks now, so obviously we have too many centers. I mean, we even got John Bol as well. So I think I am going to make one more trade here. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so I'm trying to send Drew Eubanks to the Golden State Warriors for Marquise Chriss and 2 second-round picks. Taking a look at their team, I guess they're starting Montrezl Harrell at the 5 right now. Definitely not ideal. They would love to get Drew Eubanks, that's for sure. So let's see if they'll say yes to this deal here. They're saying no. They pretty much want a pick swap. Yeah, sure, why not? That sounds good to me. Done deal. Oh, and also I forgot I can actually re-sign Jordan Poole right now. Might as well do that before the offseason and other teams give him offers. So a 3-year deal, 23.5 M's. That sounds pretty good to me. And it sounds good to him too. Cool. So that was a really busy trade deadline, but I'm happy with how it turned out. Forget just making the playoffs at this point, man. I'm trying to make it to like the 2nd round. Maybe even the conference finals. I might be pushing it a little bit. But let's send the rest of this regular season and see how it plays out. Alright, man, so went 52-30. The boys were definitely hooping this season. That is a really good sign. The LaMelo Ball MVP. Let's take a look at the rest of this here. Do we have anything that concerns us? It does not look like it. All right. What about the All-NBA teams? Anything here for the Washington Wizards as Justin Edwards gets all defensive first team, man. 2nd team as a rookie, 1st team as a sophomore. That's super encouraging. I'm really happy with that pick. Let's take a look at the rest of this here. Do we have anything for us? It does not look like it. That's fine. And ladies and gentlemen, we finally have playoff basketball in DC. We're the number 3 seed, which is pretty crazy. We're going up against the New York Knicks in the first round, but let's take a look at the stats first. Oh yeah, this definitely is his team now. Justin Edwards led the way, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and how to shoot from deep, 45%. To go along with all defensive first team, man, he is hooping. Yeah, 85 overall now. Absolute insanity. Then we got Jordan Poole, also 20 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. Still doing his thing, man, shooting 40% from deep. We like that. Let's take a look at the rest of the guys in terms of 3-point shooting. Kyle Kuzma, 29%, bro. That has been such a struggle for him this video. I'm honestly surprised by that. Like, I know he's not the best 3-point shooter, but come on, man. Not even 30% is wild. Then Bilal Coulibaly, 30%. Yeah, he's just not much of a 3-point shooter, but like Corey Kispert, I said it in the rotation breakdown, it's always nice to have those 3-point shooting wing players. I mean, at this point, he's one of the best in the game. 46% is pretty wild. Also, Johnny Davis, 38%. Hey, he's been hooping, bro. 80 overall. I see you, Johnny. And also Tyus Jones as well. But anyways, let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Jared Allen, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. We like to see that. Kyle Kuzma, a nice little 13, 6, and 4. Then we got Bilal Coulibaly as a starter now, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. That's nice. Yeah, man, make sure to pause it if you want to take a look at the rest of this here. But let's get into this playoff run where it actually finally involves us. So like I said, we're facing the Knicks in the first round. Let's take a look at this matchup as they got Davion Mitchell. Okay. Jacoby Walter, RJ Barrett, Jason Tatum now, and Donovan Clingan. I'm not gonna lie, we don't have anyone who can match up against JT. But I mean, other than that, we win every single matchup, man. We might have a chance here, boys. So let's go ahead and get into this thing as we're gonna take this game by game per usual. We win game 1, okay. It's 1-1 now. That's fine. We're up 2-1. Please go up 3-1. Yes, sir. We do not blow these, man, as we get the gentleman sweep and we're here in the second round. Wow. All right. So now we're going up against the Orlando Magic. Let's take a look at this matchup. They got D'Angelo Russell now. Okay. Jalen Suggs, Brandon Ingram, Paolo Banchero, and Jalen Duren. That's a crazy team, but I actually really like it. Once again, that 4 spot is like the big mismatch. You know, Paolo's going to be really tough to contain. But I mean, other than that, I feel like we match up really well. So let's get into this thing. As I'm actually going to shorten the rotation right here, right now, just because I don't even want to play it safe. I'm trying to make some noise, man. So let me make this a 9-man rotation. And let me just mess around with this for a second. So this looks pretty good to me. I just gave a lot more minutes to the starters here and shortened the bench a little bit. Patrick Baldwin Jr. no longer in the rotation, but that's totally fine. Let's see if that is enough to make it out of the second round and reach the conference finals. That would be insane. But we're going to take this game by game. We win game 1, okay. It's 1-1 now, 2-1 them. Come on, please don't go down 3-1. There we go. Okay, way to bounce back, boys. All right, 3-2. Yikes, what do I do here, man? Do I want to shorten this even more? I think I do, just a little bit. Actually, you know what? Tyus Jones can play my backup point guard and shooting guard. Let's make this 8-man. Why not, bro? We're here. I know the guys are tired, but let's get into it and just see if we can pull this thing off. So I'm gonna give a little bit more minutes to the starters here. Yep, just like that, and actually a little bit more. I might be tiring them out. If that's a mistake, then that's my bad. But let's see if we can force the game 7 here, and we can. Let's go Simcast. If it's close, we are going to jump into this thing. I know I always say that, and I never do, but I'm going to try my best, man. If we get that opportunity, I will take it, and it might be coming up. It's a close game down the stretch, and they're kind of pulling away, though. Yikes. Okay, it's a 6-point game. Let me just sim it a little bit more. Yeah, no, we're going to lose this thing. That's so tough, bro. Continue to sim. Yeah. So we lose by 13 points in the second round to the Orlando Magic, game 7. I mean, I'm not too mad at it. We made the second round. That definitely is a whole lot of progress, considering we didn't even make the playoffs at any point before this. So it is what it is, man. The OKC Thunder win it all. Josh Giddey, Finals MVP. Shout out to him. So I completely forgot about this, but apparently we got a 2026 first round pick swap option with the Phoenix Suns in that trade for Bradley Beal. And I guess the Suns are really bad last year. We have the 3rd best odds, boys. That is insane. Let's see if we can move up in the draft here and we get pick number 4. You know what? I will definitely take it. Honestly, I completely forgot about that. I wasn't expecting it, but let's go to the draft where we can pick someone really nice, maybe even package it in a trade. I'm not too sure. Let's check it out. So apparently I can't trade a pick because it was a part of a previous trade, but I mean, I have no problem going with AJ DeBonste here. If I'm pronouncing that right, I probably am. I apologize. But he's a 6'11 small forward, which is perfect for us because Kyle Kuzma hasn't been progressing and he also isn't knocking down his threes. So at some point we need to start to think about that small forward of the future. This guy can definitely be him. I mean, take a look at his ceiling. LeBron James Hall of Fame. What else do you need to know? let's make that pick. AJ Debonsta, welcome to the Wizards. So Jarrett Allen is a free agent. Obviously, we need to bring him back. I'm going to try 27.75, 3 years. Will he say yes to this? It looks like he will. Cool. We also got to re-sign Daniel Gafford, 9.5, 3 years. That sounds pretty good to me. And it sounds good to him too. Cool. Now let's take a look at player progression. Justin Edwards, bro. Up 5 to an 89 is insane. It even says 90 in the top right corner. So I definitely will take that. Jarrett Allen up 1 to an 88. That's nice. Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma staying put. Bilal Coulibaly up 2 to an 84. Even says 85 in the top right corner. So that's nice. Tyus Jones stayed put. Corey Kispert up 1 to an 82. Daniel Gafford stayed put. Patrick Baldwin Jr. up 2 to a 79. It even says 80 for him, so he definitely was a nice little throw in that Chris Paul trade. Super happy with that. Then we got John Bol up 3 to a 78. That's nice. And taking a look at the rest of this here, VJ Miller up 3 to a 76. I forgot we even had him, man. Like, look at this core of guys who aren't even getting PT for us. Like, this team is deep. Let's go to season 4. We're at this point. I think it's time to compete for a championship. And honestly, I don't want to make any moves this time around. We got the same starting lineup here. I feel really good about that. Then on the bench, you got Tyus Jones, Corey Kispert, Daniel Gafford, Patrick Baldwin Jr., and AJ Debonsta, or Debonsta. I'm not too sure. I probably should have looked that up. But either way, man, let's get into simming this season. Well, like I said, we got championship aspirations. Let's get into it. Talk to me, but talk to me nice. The boys went 63-19 this season. Absolutely hooping. You love to see it. LaMelo Ball MVP. Let's take a look at the rest of this year. Do we have anything that concerns us? Yes, we do. Coach of the year, Wes Unseld Jr. Shout out to him. And we even got exec of the year as well. That's a really good sign, man. What about the All-NBA teams? Let's take a look at this here. As Justin Edwards, all defensive first team once again. That is good to see. And did we get anything else here? No, we did not, but that's totally fine. So we're the number 1 seed this time around, man. I am super excited. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. I mean, Justin Edwards is just that guy at this point, bro. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. And how do you shoot from deep? 45%. All defensive first team. Come on, man. That is our franchise player right there. No doubt about it. But anyways, Jordan Poole, 19 points, 2 rebounds, also 7 assists and 1 steal. I mean, that's a nice right-hand man, that's for sure. 38% shooting from deep. We'll take that as well. What about Bilal Coulibaly? How is he doing? 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. And he shot 41% from deep. Wait. Bro. Talk about a crazy development. I didn't see that coming at all. I just thought he wasn't going to be a 3-point shooter at any point in this video. But 41% is a game changer. I'm not going to lie. I'm super excited to see that, man. That's really cool. Now let's take a look at the rest of the guys. Jarrett Allen, 14 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Kyle Kuzma, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and not 1 block. We can't round up with that. But yeah, this team looks really good. I mean, make sure to pause it if you want. AJ Debonsta as well, our rookie, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and he shot 39% from deep. Wow. Yeah, man. Eventually, he is going to take Kyle Kuzma's spot. I don't know if it'll happen in this video, but you got to imagine at some point that's going to happen. I mean, I think we're lined up pretty well for that transition, you know, once we move on from Kuzma. But anyways, none of that matters. All that I'm focused on is this playoff run right here, right now. Let's get into it as we're going to face the Cavs in the first round. Come on, bro. Like, that's just not fair. That is not an 8 seed, man. They got Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley at the 4, because I forgot to move him to the 5. I mean, that's not my job. I just think the trade makes sense in real life, but apparently it might have messed him up a little bit in 2K. Anyways, they also got Andre Drummond at the 5. I would move Mobley to the 5, man, but we're facing them in the first round. I'm not going to lie. I just want to make it out of this thing, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it as is. Is that cheating? I'm not too sure. Y'all let me know, but it is what it is, man. Let's get into this thing here as we win game 1. Okay, we're up 2-0 now. Little revenge series for Jarrett Allen, man, as we get the clean sweep. That is actually really encouraging. Now we're going up against the Orlando Magic in the second round. We faced them last year in the second round, and I think we beat them in what, like 6? I'm not too sure. But anyways, they still got D'Lo. They also got Stephen Cassell, Brandon Ingram, Paolo Banchero, and Jalen Duren. Pretty much the same team as last year, at least the same starting 5. Let's get into it here as we're going to take this game by game as well. As I was almost going to sim the entire round. We lose the first game. We bounce right back. That's nice. We're up 2-1 now. Please go up 3-1. Come on, man. I'm going to mess around with the rotation because I do not want to get bounced in the second round here. Yeah, let me go ahead and mess around with things real quick. So here's a look at what we did, man. I just gave some more minutes to the starters here. And I took Patrick Baldwin Jr. out the rotation instead of, I'm just going to call him AJ because, bro, look at how he's playing in the playoffs right now. The per 36 is insane. 23 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, shooting 47% from deep. Like, man, I had to give him PT instead of Patrick Baldwin Jr., who's actually playing pretty well to be fair, but it's just not as good as AJ. So we're going to roll with it like that, man. Let's go ahead and see if that's enough to make it out of this thing is we're going to sim this game by game. We win that one, okay, and we got a game 7, bro. I've already messed around with the minutes enough. Let's just go simcast and see if we can close this thing out. Actually, did we lose to this team last year? I'm just now remembering that. I think we did, yeah, because we didn't make the conference finals last year. So we lost to them last year in 7 games, I'm pretty sure. Don't know why I forgot that, but we actually get our revenge there, so that's nice. Didn't even know it was a revenge series, but we got it. And now we're in the conference finals going up against the Charlotte Hornets. They got LaMelo Ball, Nick Smith Jr., Brandon Miller, Isaiah Stewart, and Mark Williams. It's a good team, man, but outside of LaMelo Ball, I feel like we're better. So let's get into this thing as we will take this game by game. We win game 1, okay. We're up 2-0 now. Bro, no shot. We clean sweep them boys. Oh yeah, nah. It's GG's, man. It is GG's. This is our year as we're in the NBA Finals going up against the OKC Thunder. This is going to be tough. Let's take a look at things here. They got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, Ron Holland at the 3. That is the guy who I traded down. I said I didn't want to get. Well, this is definitely a revenge series for him. That's actually pretty funny that we're going up against him here. They also got Jalen Williams and Onyeka Okongwu at the 5 now. So I guess Chet Holmgren isn't there anymore. I'm not too sure. But let's get into this thing, man. I'm really hoping we can win this thing as we lose game 1. Okay, we bounce right back. Okay, we're down 2-1. There we go. Please go up 3-2, bro. Yes, sir. Come on. We are going to simcast this thing, bro. If we can win this thing in 4 seasons, I would be super happy because honestly, I thought this thing might take a little bit longer, but it's looking pretty good and we're going to do it, man. The Washington Wizards have won a championship, beating the OKC Thunder in 6 games. Wow, that is crazy. And look who got finals MVP. Justin Edwards, man. 26 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, shot 30% from deep. But we don't care about that. He's him, man. At the top pick in the draft, I could have gone with anyone, but I said, you know what? That is our guy. I was sure of it, and it looks like I was right, man. Let's get it. And taking a look at this team, man, we are set up for the future. Justin Edwards, 23 years old. Jordan Poole, 27. Jared Allen, 29, but that's fine. Kyle Kuzma, 31. But we got a guy like AJ DeBonsta, who probably will be our small forward of the future. Then we got some more young guys. I mean, we got Bilal Coulibaly, 22 years old, 85 overall. We also got like John Bol, who wasn't even getting PT, 21 years old. We got VJ Miller as well. Like, bro, this team is so nice. I'm not gonna lie, if this were a 10-year rebuild, we would definitely win. Like at least 3 more championships. I've had a lot of people say they want longer rebuilds. Don't worry, that is coming. Right now I'm doing this lottery rebuild series, but once that's over, I definitely will be doing some long-term rebuilds. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Like I said, we just hit 2,000 subs on this channel, so if you still haven't hit that button, I'd really appreciate it if you could. But anyways, man, this has been 2KJ. Blessings.